Disconnects for air conditioning equipment typically need either a fuse or a circuit breaker. The protection device in the disconnect is commonly a fuse. The fuse should be slightly larger than the circuit breaker in the panel. As an example, if the circuit breaker in the panel is 30 amps, then the fuse in the disconnect could be 35 or 40 amps. It is somewhat redundant to have both a circuit breaker in the panel and a fuse or circuit breaker in the disconnect, but this provides extra protection for the equipment and the person using it. A disconnect can be rated at the same amperage as the fuse or breaker. So, for example, if you have a 30 amp fuse or breaker, you can use a 30 amp disconnect and it is not necessary to go up to 60 amps. Refer to the National Electrical Code, also known as NFPA 70, Article 440.12 and Article 440.11 at WO for code references related to air conditioning equipment disconnects. Now let's delve deeper into these topics. Firstly, let's talk about the requirement for disconnects with fuses or breakers for air conditioning or /C equipment. Electrical codes, such as the National Electrical Code, often mandate the presence of a disconnect switch near /C units. This disconnect serves as a local means to shut off power to the equipment for maintenance or in case of emergencies. The inclusion of a fuse or breaker within this disconnect provides overcurrent protection specifically at the point of the equipment. While the main circuit breaker in the panel offers protection for the entire circuit, the local fuse or breaker in the disconnect has a layer of protection right at the /C unit. This is particularly important because the /C units can experience localized faults or overloads that might not trip the main breaker quickly enough, potentially causing damage to the equipment or creating a safety hazard. The primary purpose of this additional protection is to safeguard the /C equipment itself. For example, a short circuit within the /C unit could cause a rapid surge of current. If only the main breaker is present, it might take a few seconds to trip, during which time the /C unit's components could be damaged by the excessive current. However, a fuse or breaker in the disconnect, being closer to the fault, would react much faster, limiting the duration and magnitude of the fault current, thereby preventing or minimizing damage. Additionally, it provides a safer environment for technicians working on the equipment. By having a readily accessible disconnect with overcurrent protection, technicians can ensure that the power is completely shut off and that the equipment is protected from accidental energization during maintenance or repairs. Secondly, the type of protection commonly found in a /C disconnect is typically a fuse rather than a circuit breaker. While both fuses and circuit breakers serve the same basic function of interrupting a circuit in response to an overcurrent condition, fuses are often preferred in a /C disconnect due to their specific characteristics. Fuses are generally faster acting than circuit breakers, meaning they can interrupt a fault current more quickly. This rapid response is particularly advantageous in protecting sensitive /C components from damage due to short circuits or overloads. Fuses are also simpler in design and often more cost-effective than circuit breakers, making them an attractive option for disconnect applications. Another reason for using fuses is their non-resettable nature. Once a fuse blows, it must be replaced, which ensures that the fault condition is properly addressed before the circuit is re-energized. This prevents the possibility of repeated tripping, which can occur with circuit breakers if the underlying fault is not resolved. However, it's important to know that circuit breakers can be used in a /C disconnects as well, particularly in certain types of equipment or installations where a resettable overcurrent device is preferred. The choice between a fuse and a circuit breaker ultimately depends on the specific requirements of the application, the equipment being protected, and local electrical codes. Thirdly, let's discuss the correct sizing of the fuse in relation to the circuit breaker. The fuse in the disconnect should be sized slightly larger than the circuit breaker in the panel. This might seem counterintuitive at first, but there's a specific reason for this practice. The goal is to ensure selective coordination between the two overcurrent devices. Selective coordination means that in the event of an overcurrent, only the overcurrent device closest to the fault should trip, leaving the upstream devices unaffected. This helps to isolate the fault and prevent unnecessary outages. For example, if the main circuit breaker in the panel is 30 amps, the fuse in the disconnect might be sized at 35 or 40 amps. This means that if a minor overload occurs, the 30 amp breaker will trip first, protecting the entire circuit. However, if a more severe fault occurs, such as a short circuit within the A/C unit, the 35 or 40 amp fuse will blow quickly, isolating the fault and preventing damage to the A/C unit. The slightly higher rating of the fuse allows it to handle temporary inrush currents that may occur when the A/C unit starts up without tripping unnecessarily. A/C units often draw significantly higher current during startup than during normal operation, and a fuse that is too closely sized to the breaker could trip due to this inrush current. It's important to consult the A/C unit's nameplate and the manufacturer's recommendations for the correct fuse size. The nameplate will typically specify the minimum circuit ampacity and the maximum overcurrent protection device rating. Always adhere to these recommendations to ensure proper protection and compliance with electrical codes. Fourthly, while having both a circuit breaker in the panel and a fuse or circuit breaker in the disconnect might seem redundant, it provides an additional layer of safety and protection. The redundancy serves several important purposes. Firstly, it enhances the overall reliability of the overcurrent protection system. If one device fails to operate as intended, the other device can still provide protection, preventing damage to the equipment or creating a safety hazard. Secondly, it provides a degree of isolation for maintenance and troubleshooting. By having a disconnect with overcurrent protection at the A/C unit, technicians can safely de-energize the equipment for repairs or maintenance without having to shut off the entire circuit at the panel. Thirdly, it helps to protect against nuisance tripping. As mentioned earlier, A/C units can experience temporary inrush currents during startup. If the main breaker is too sensitive, it could trip unnecessarily due to these inrush currents. By having a fuse or breaker in the disconnect, sized slightly larger than the main breaker, the A/C unit can start up without causing nuisance tripping. The fuse or breaker in the disconnect also provides localized protection against faults that may occur within the A/C unit itself. These faults might not be detected by the main breaker until significant damage has already occurred. The localized protection can quickly interrupt the fault current, minimizing the damage and preventing potential safety hazards. In summary, while the redundancy might seem unnecessary, it provides a valuable extra layer of protection, enhances reliability, and facilitates safe maintenance and troubleshooting. Fifthly, let's clarify the appropriate amperage rating for the disconnect. A disconnect can be rated at the same amperage as the fuse or breaker protecting the circuit. For example, if the circuit is protected by a 30 amp fuse or breaker, a 30 amp disconnect is suitable. It is not necessary to increase the disconnect rating to 60 amps or higher. The disconnect's purpose is to safely interrupt the flow of current to the equipment, and it must be rated to handle the maximum current that could potentially flow through the circuit. However, it does not need to be rated higher than the overcurrent protection device. In fact, using a disconnect with a significantly higher amperage rating than the fuse or breaker could create a false sense of security. It's important to ensure that the disconnect is properly sized to match the overcurrent protection device and the load it is serving. When selecting a disconnect, consider the following factors. Firstly, the continuous load current. The disconnect must be rated to handle the continuous load current of the A/C unit. This information can be found in the A/C unit's nameplate. Secondly, the inrush current. The disconnect must be able to withstand the inrush current that occurs when the A/C unit starts up. This is typically much higher than the continuous load current. Thirdly, the voltage rating. The disconnect must be rated for the voltage of the circuit. This is typically 240 volts for residential A/C units. Fourthly, the environmental conditions. The disconnect must be suitable for the environmental conditions in which it will be installed, such as temperature, humidity, and exposure to sunlight. It's always recommended to consult the manufacturer's specifications and local electrical codes to ensure that the disconnect is properly sized and installed. Now, let's review the code references. Article 440.12 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC, addresses the requirements for disconnecting means for air conditioning and refrigerating equipment. This section specifies that a disconnecting means must be provided for each motor compressor and must be readily accessible. The disconnecting means must be capable of disconnecting both the motor compressor and any associated control equipment from all ungrounded supply conductors. Article 440.11 WO provides additional details on the rating and type of disconnecting means required for motor compressors. This section specifies that the disconnecting means must have an ampacity of at least 115% of the motor compressor's nameplate rated load current. This ensures that the disconnecting means is capable of handling the motor compressor's normal operating current, as well as any potential overloads. It's important to note that these code references are subject to change and may vary depending on the specific edition of the NEC and local amendment. Always consult the latest version of the NEC and local electrical codes to ensure compliance. Understanding these code requirements is essential for ensuring the safe and proper installation of a /C equipment. By adhering to these codes, you can minimize the risk of electrical hazards and ensure the long-term reliability of your /C system. In summary, disconnects for /C equipment are essential safety devices that provide a local means of disconnecting power for maintenance and emergencies. They typically include a fuse or breaker for overcurrent protection, which should be sized slightly larger than the main circuit breaker in the panel. While the redundancy of having both a breaker in the panel and a fuse or breaker in the disconnect might seem unnecessary, it provides an extra layer of protection and enhances the overall reliability of the system. Finally, when selecting a disconnect, it's important to consider the continuous load current, inrush current voltage rating, and environmental conditions.